What's going on? Oh, wait. Why did it stop? It's starting again. Didn't have enough. Didn't have enough dancing. Let me see. What we got going on here? Let's get this thing started. Who we got here? Local Noob said hi. Hey, Ray. James and Karen here laughing. Says hello. Local Noob, yeah, you're first. Rhoda's here. Hey, Rhoda. Hey, James and Karen. Yeah, I started a little bit early today. Well, I did yesterday too, but I just didn't have nothing to do. I went earlier, and Local Noob. I don't know if you're subscribed to James and Karen. Let me see. Do I need to hold on? Let me make you blue. There you go. Now you're blue. Just click on, if you're not subscribed to Rhoda and James and Karen, you know how we do here. All about the love and support. You find good people and you introduce them to more good people. What is going on? It doesn't taste right. So yeah, I saw James and Karen, y'all got back. I'm glad you're happy to be back home. You know, it was a good trip. You guys look like you had a blast. I can't wait to get over there. I started, like I said, started this live stream early because I was bored. I went. I don't know what time that was. Probably around 1 o'clock. I went over to McDo. Got some chicken McDo and like, what was it, rice and then they have a new like chicken patty thing with some kind of yellow I don't know what kind of sauce that was. It was okay, but I tried that out and some chicken. Anyway, I got full. I went to McDonald's and I got full, and walked back over here and laid down for a minute. Ended up falling asleep and sleeping until almost 4 o'clock. So I woke up and I was still groggy trying to do some stuff, and then next thing I know it was 5 o'clock. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna get everything ready, go live, and talk to my friends. So here we are. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Who we got here? Wait. Rhoda said, I'm here at my friend's house eating in their town fiesta. Let me look at something here. Hold on. We got somebody wasn't here yesterday. We got, what is it? Wait, is it this one? I don't know which version, but it says, yes, sir, report for duty, sir. Good evening, how are you? Kuya Ray. Pogi is in the house with blue laughing faces. And we're gonna try this one. I don't know which one is which.
You see me in the city, you see me in the province, you see me with the mamas, you see me with the aunties, you see me with the grannies, you see me with the tita-titas. Pogi is a legend, and Subic in the Philippines. You see me in the city, you see me in the province, you see me with the mamas, you see me with the aunties, you see me with the grannies, you see me with the tita-titas. Pogi is a legend, and Subic in the Philippines.
Pogi is a legend in Subic.
Always showing love, always showing see me in the city, you see me in the province, you see me with the mountains, you see me with the aunties, you see me with the grannies, you see me with the Tita-Titas, Pogies and legends, you see me in the Philippines, you see me in the city, you see me with the province, you see me with the mountains, you see me with the aunties, you see me with the grannies, you see me with the Tita-Titas, Pogies and legends, you see me in the Philippines.
Boogie! All right, that's good. One moment. One moment. I might play your song earlier. Pogie missed all of them yesterday, but I had to play, since Pogie wasn't here yesterday, I had to play the song I made for him. Pogie is a legend in Subic. Pogie said, yes, I am, though. We already know. Pogie. Kuya Ray was a happy person for today. I'm always happy, Pogie. Like, and I'm always extra happy whenever I get to come on here and visit with my friends. I mean, you guys are the best. Tell me something good. What are we gonna talk about today? Anything you want. I know one thing though. Like, I am gonna be sad. I'm gonna be sad to see it go. My Hello Kitty cup. I miss it. I'm going to buy another one. I don't know. I don't know if I want to give this one up now. I might have to buy another one just to give away. Because it's kind of become a thing. So I'll be sad. Maybe I can give it away and then they can give it right back to me. Yeah. Let's see. Pogie. Pogie doesn't want AMFR. Pogie doesn't have any videos. But look. I'm subscribed anyway. So if Pogie ever decides to make videos, he'll have a subscriber because Pogie's my boy. You're my boy, Pogue. I'm going to subscribe anyway. Maybe one day you'll decide to make videos. But yeah, to answer your question, AMFR, yeah, he doesn't have any videos on his account right now. Wait, what happened? Am I? Wait. Let's see what's going on here. Amy's here. Hey, Amy. What you doing? I heard you. And wait, what are you doing over here? Hey, come over here. Yeah, I heard you talking on Rhoda's live stream. Like you're gonna be doing something with the reserves. What's that all about? Where you got to go? How long you got to be there? Like whoever's in that area, they better watch out. Amy gets there, she'll straighten everybody out. Oh, am I lagging? I don't know what's going on here. Wait. Can you guys hear me? Can you Am I lagging? Let me check something out here. I don't know what happened. You guys tell me. Is my video going out, or is it just my other phone? Wait, because okay, I can see me now. I don't know what happened there for a minute. Like I always stream on my other phone so I can, check and make sure that it doesn't freeze up, because I get to talking and sometimes I don't know if the thing's still, if I'm frozen or not. Sometimes I can't tell, recording. So I keep another device to let me know if I'm frozen, and it was just doing the little circle thing all around. And Doug, hey Doug, I don't know if I got a theme song for Doug. I mean, I made a song for what was your girlfriend's name? Irene. I got a Doug and Irene song, I think. Hold on, let me see what I got here. Do I still have it on here? No, I don't have it on here. Can't find it. Doug said, I just got in and saw you streaming. Was it Hypermarket and McDonald's? Okay, so I just passed by there. Well, that was way earlier today. I was telling everybody, I walked over to that McDonald's. It was by Hypermarket. And got some chicken McDough, rice, French fries. I dipped my French fries like in the McDough gravy. And see, that's I think all my viewers are over here. I don't have any American viewers that's in America at the moment. One thing is early as hell over there. The only person would be awake at this time is my brother James. But if any of y'all watch this like on the replay, like one of the greatest things about McDonald's in the Philippines is the gravy pump. Like they got a big container that's just like chicken gravy, and like I get my rice and then I just put gravy all over it and eat rice and gravy. I love the serve yourself gravy at McDonald's. Let's see. Wait. Irene, yeah. Is it Irene? Yeah. Okay. I spelled it wrong in my head. Rhoda said, DJ Ray requests, I want to hear my song again. Let me look. Let me find. I might play a different version than I did yesterday. Let's see. Because I made like multiple versions of songs. Here's one. Let's try this one. See what this one does.
She's always cooking when she's not cooking. And she makes videos on YouTube, and she's very supportive of other channels. So visit Rhoda, like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
She's always cooking.
All right, Rhoda, there you go. Rhoda said, hello, America. Let's visit our lovable country and hospitality we're known for in the Philippines. That's for sure. Like, Philippines knows how to do it. Like, I always say, like, the Philippines is the way that the South in the U.S. used to be. Like, back in the day, like in the southern parts of America, the country, like, people spoke, and that's a like a country slang way of saying, like, they're cordial to each other. Like, when you went to the local Piggly Wiggly or whatever grocery store you had, people would say, "Hey, how you doing?" And genuinely care. Um, it's kind of got away from that, uh, you know, even in the South. Like the South, everybody was yes sir, no sir, and always friendly. And that's why I have a theory. Like this is just my theory, but I've noticed it to be true that I think if you like took the ratio of Americans that are coming to the Philippines, like, from all geographic areas, if you made a pie chart, then I think the biggest percentage of the Americans coming over here are from the South. That's because, like, they're used to, uh, like, life being the way it is now in the Philippines, where, why are you flashing lights at me? With people being friendly to each other, and polite, and as they've gotten older, that kind of society in the South in America has kind of went down. Like it's not the way it was when they were growing up, and they miss it, and they can find it again in the Philippines. That same friendly, you know, everybody's your neighbor kind of feeling, where you walk out the door, and like you don't have to feel like a weirdo if you want to say hi to somebody. Hi. And they say hi back. You smile, and they smile back. It's normal. But in the U.S. now, like if you smiled at someone and said hi, like they would, grab their belongings and hold them closer and look at, like, what do you want from me? Like, and it's terrible. Like that the society in America has gotten like that, where being friendly, is looked at like, oh, is this person trying to run some kind of scam on me? It's like the only people that are polite to you are panhandlers or somebody looking, they'll come up to you and be really friendly. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, I got this problem. I'm supposed to be going here, but I don't have gas. Could you spare a couple bucks? Like they're really nice because they want to borrow, a couple dollars from you. And so like, but normal people that don't want anything from you ignore you. And it's just a whole culture of like ignoring everybody else in the U.S. Unless they're already a close friend of yours, like meeting new people, that's not going to happen. You meet people at work or at your church, and that's it. Like you're not going to meet somebody, going down to the local grocery store, unless you live in like a really small. Well, you already know them. Like that was the thing with living in like small town in the South. Like everybody knew everybody, so you would be weird if you didn't. Wait, what? Let's see. Poe said, no matter what you come from as a part of Pinoy family, even if you're a stranger, you belong here in the Philippines. Ray, wear a cactus? No, Isa, that's not a cactus. It's a pickle, a dill pickle. Because I'm kind of a big deal. I'm kind of a big deal, Isa. You don't get it. Speaking of Isa, where are you at? Hold on. Isa's here. We got to play her song. Let's see. Isa, where is it this one? Let's try this one.
She's from Manila.
No, this isn't it. Isa's not from Manila.
She
got big glasses, though.
And she got
But no, that's not the one. Where is the one for Isa? Let me see if I can find it. Well, I gotta find it. Isa. No, that one says she's from Manila. Isa ain't from Manila. Where's Isa's song? That's it.
Isa is a Filipino from the province. Scott is gonna be her spouse. You can catch him at the house, talking gossip with the best around. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
Isa.
Isa, Isa. She wears big glasses, and she got a great laugh. She wanna set you up with a girlfriend.
Even if you don't want a girlfriend.
And she an expert at making
Marriages. Isa is the gossip queen. Isa is the gossip queen. Isa is the gossip queen.
Oh yeah,
Isa is the gossip queen.
oh yeah. Isa. Yeah. Yeah.
Pogie said, "Ooh yeah, Dazzle TV. Y'all subscribe, Dazzle. Gina, I don't think I was. Was I up this morning? Did you do a live stream this morning? Because I've got my notifications on. Was I not up early enough to catch you, Gino? Because I don't remember seeing you this morning. And normally I wake up, I watch Dazzle TV, watch Gino do his live stream, share a cup of coffee with him, and get motivated for the day by Gino's like upbeat personality. Like, if y'all don't watch Gino's live stream, shame on y'all. Y'all need to go check out Dazzle TV. Put the notification bell on so you can see when Gino comes on, does his live stream. He don't have a Hello Kitty cup, but he got a Dazzle TV cup, and like he always puts out positive energy every morning. I just said, haha, nice song. I love Meritus. I know. That's why I made this song. I'd go to Isa's live stream. I was telling him the other day, like, Isa, especially on the weekend, like on Sunday, they'll have a gang of girls, Filipinas, up in the boarding house. I think they're in Hong Kong, but just all of them girls in there all talking at the same time. Like, that's another thing about Filipinos. I don't understand how they can understand each other, because everybody is talking at the exact same time. Like, even if I could, I think even if I was fluent in guys, you tell me, like, the Filipinos that, are fluent in Tagalog, like, can you understand women when they're all talking at the same time? I can't understand. I think even if I understood and was fluent in Tagalog, I still wouldn't understand what anybody was talking about. But all that aside, like, so all the girls, like, on Sunday at the boarding house, like, they're doing all kinds of stuff, and they're doing live stream, and like, I would see that there was a live stream, and I would click on it, and the live stream would come up, and before I even made any kind of comment or anything, like, no one knew I would hear them talking. I would hear my name being talked about in all the merit tests. So they talking about me when I'm not there. So I know they like merit tests. Anyway, Pogie, give him 10,000 likes and subscribe. Thank you, Pogie. Pogie, my cheerleader. Okay, Gino did it around 5 a.m. Yeah, I wasn't awake then, Gino. I don't know. I had trouble going. Like there. Don't get me wrong. There's times that I would be awake, but I don't know. Last night I just kept waking up like randomly, and that hasn't happened for a while. I used to have that problem like all the time, where, you know, 2 or 3 times a night I'd just wake up and check to see what time it was, and then, you know, have to figure out a way to fall back asleep. But I don't know. But yeah, I hate that I missed starting my day with you, Gino. AMFR, let's give a round of applause. Right? Yahoo. Thanks, AMFR. Gino said, before I took Leanna to school. Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, I hate that I missed it. I can't wait to see y'all. You know, it's only, let's see, probably, you know, within the next week or so, I'll be over there. Pogie, I think Kuya he has adapted Filipino culture, the Filipino way of being a happy person. Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of it. You know, I don't necessarily know that, because if you ask, like, I mean, you know that my brother James and Susie comes in my live chat often, and you can ask him, or ask my brother, ask my sister. Like, this has always been the way I was, and I just fit better in the Philippines because my type of personality gets along with, you know, being in the Philippines. And, you know, I tell people that are thinking about coming to the Philippines all the time, like, you know, they're like, you know, what's the first thing that I have to do before I come to the Philippines? And my answer is always the same. I said, if you have, like, your experience with the Philippines is going to directly relate to your attitude. Like, if you are a positive person and, you know, you're looking for the good in life, the Philippines is great. Like, you're always going to find something that's positive and something to be happy about and to celebrate in your life. But if you've got a negative attitude, the Philippines has negative things too. Like, you know, you're gonna look around and you're gonna find things to bitch and complain about, which there's a lot of those foreigners here, and they should have changed their attitude before they came, because, you know, that's a terrible way to live life. Like, living life looking for things to complain about is terrible. I feel bad for people like that. Like, you know, you can't be happy if you're always looking for something negative to say. I mean, anyway, let me move on. Let's see what we got. We got some comments rolling in. Frankenfell, Tagalog is just hard. Hey, Ray, nice to meet you. Don't be nervous. LOL. Well, hold on, Frank. Frank. Hold on, Frank. Where I hope you're still here, because I wrote theme music. I should have. Did I? Wait. I don't even know if I've got theme. Yeah. Wait. No, I got theme music. I got to play Gino's theme music too. All right, Gino got here first, so we're gonna play Gino's theme music. Wait. Come on. Why is it not playing? All right, something happened here. Got a little technical difficulty. Wonder if it'll let me play Frank's. Wait. Yeah, okay, I can play Frank's. No, that's not Frank's. This is Frank's.
Philippines, it's hot as hell.
He's kinda wacky.
She keeps him balanced in his diet and his life. He's drinking too much Red Bull, she gives him good advice. You're like a dog chases balls. You gotta slow him down. He's always looking for trouble. Somehow she's the
Frank and Phil
playing golf
in the Philippines. It's hot as hell. Oh, I didn't mean to stop the song. Will it let me play Gino's song? It still won't let me play Gino's song. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, you know, Frank and Phil's song is one of the favorite ones that I made. Gino. Wait, Gino. Where is it? No. Did I make you a hip hop song? Did I make you a hip hop song? Let me play it.
TV, me and Gino sipping Capico Blanca, drinking coffee, leader of the Ponte Posse. That's my doggy, laughing in the kitchen, thanks a land his mommy.
Get up for this one.
Got the pan in my hand, put the oil in. Open up a can, let the fish boil in. Y'all don't understand, y'all be spoiled in. We gon' go fishing, that's my oil man. In the pan, got the oil boiling. If it don't boil, I put more in. Let the fish swim, then I reel it in. I just found a nice spot to go fishing in. Basil TV, me and Gino sipping Capico Blanca, drinking coffee, the leader of the Ponte Posse. That's my doggy, laughing in the kitchen, Basil and it's Basil TV, me and Gino sipping Capico Blanca, drinking coffee, the leader of the Ponte Posse. That's my doggy, laughing in the kitchen, Basil and his mommy.
All right, let me get back to the comments. Yeah, that's Gino's theme song. Leader of the Ponte Posse, drinking Capico Blanco. That's my doggy. Pickle Rick. Yeah. Well, see, you know, Frank, I'm kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Actually, now that I think about it, like the pickle almost looks like the shape of Panay. Pogi, I teach you Kuya Ray some of the Tagalog words. We should start basic words and till deep words. Yeah, no, I know the basic words, Pogi, like, and I always practice on my pronunciation. Like good morning is magandang umaga. Like a lot of foreigners be saying like magandang like it's magandang umaga. Kumusta ka? I'll be happy to show you around Kalibo, right? Yeah, absolutely, Gino. I'm definitely gonna meet up with you guys at some point because I got to teach. Well, I don't know what I teach, but we're gonna make Cajun chicken gizzards. Me and Dazel, we're gonna make some Cajun chicken gizzards. Pogi is handsome, guapo from Spanish word. Yeah. Good evening. Yeah, magandang gabi. Good afternoon is magandang hapon. No, I know a lot of Tagalog, Pogi. Kayan na tayo. Yeah. See, I'm saying it. How's my pronunciation? James, morning all. Morning, James. I was just talking about you. Rhoda smiling. Good afternoon. Yeah, I got to that. Uh, Frank says, if you like to complain, the Philippines is perfect too. Yeah, I mean, it. The Philippines will give people that like to complain a lot to complain about, and they'll be happy. But the people around them, not so much. Like nobody wants to be around complainers. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I try and have a loving attitude towards everybody, but people that just constantly complain, like I can't be around those people for too long. It's just like, what? It's like I don't know what would make you happy, but I just know from what I see from you that I do not have the energy to give you happiness. So good luck to you. I'm out. Masaya. Okay, yeah. Pogi is still giving me Tagalog lessons. Malungkat. I don't know if I knew Malungkat. Is that pronounced right for sad? I heard about this. Whoop whoop theme music. Yeah, I love yours, Frank. Oh snap. Yeah, Frank. I don't know if you've got me on Facebook. I know Gino does, and I'm gonna send Gino the copy of his song. But if you got me on Facebook, then I'll send you the copy on Messenger for your song, Frank. That's actually one of my favorites of all the ones that I made for individual people. Pogi, where are you going? Saan ka papunta? Saan, yeah. Frank says, awesome. Pogi's still giving me lessons. Anong Pangalan mo? Yeah, I didn't know the name one. Like I know, like I'd use like anong ginagawa mo is like what are you doing? Nong iniisip mo is what are you thinking? But I didn't know the what is your name. But no, I know a lot of Tagalog, Pogi. Frank, I don't blame you. Hello, short. Pogi, you're the man, Kuya Ray. Simon, Gino said, I love the song, my brother. I do too. Like yours and Frank's came out really good. Like I really like it, the whole, like, and, I made them all in different styles. And, Frank's more of a, Ozzy Osbourne kind of hard rock vibe to him. So, I made his in that theme. And I doubt that you're like a rap kind of guy, Gino, but the whole Panay Posse thing just played into it too well, so I had to make it, kind of like a gangster number. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you, Gino. In fact, yeah. Me too, Gino. Yeah. Oh, James said you didn't win the lottery. No winners. Well, that sucks. And yesterday was James's birthday, and he said he was going to buy a lottery ticket, see if he got lucky. That didn't happen. But Pogi said, yes, Kuya Ray, precisely what you're saying. I'm happy you have a background to some Tagalog words. Yeah, I'm a big believer that, if you're gonna come to another country, like you should try to learn the language. And I know all the foreigners, like they have the excuse, most everybody speaks English, and that's true. Like English is taught widely. Here's the key: English is taught widely, as a second language. So just because, people can speak English, like, doesn't mean that I shouldn't try to at least learn a little bit of their first language. And in some places, English might be their third language. But anyway, my point is, like, if you respect where you're like, for the foreigners that say, oh, everybody speaks English, so I don't have to learn Tagalog. Well, listen to conversations. Like, is everybody speaking English when they're not speaking to you? No, they're speaking Tagalog. Or where, like, if they're in Visayas, they're speaking Visayan, or they're speaking Ilonggo, or they're some other dialect. But they're not, or Taglish, but they're not speaking primarily English when they're talking to each other with their friends. I want to be a friend. Like, I don't want to be someone that, they have to switch, into a language that they may not be as comfortable in to speak to me if I'm going to be their friend. Like, it should be a give and take. Like, they'll understand. Maybe I don't know some words and they know enough English, and, between the two, there's a give and take where, I can speak some Tagalog, they can speak some English, and, it's like a mutual effort in the conversation. I don't want someone else to be giving all the effort in the conversation. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Pogi, some Filipino, they doubt you to fool, or they doubt to think doing bad things to you. Yeah, like, I'm not so worried about, Filipinos talking behind my back or anything like that. If that happens, people are going to talk about you anyway. Like, it doesn't matter if they're from America or Philippines or wherever. Like, there's people just going to talk about you. And I don't care what language they're doing it in. Like, it doesn't have to affect my life, so I don't care. But my point is, like, being friendly, I want to, like, I don't know, to me it's just respectful. Like, if you want to get to know someone, then, get to know them on the level that they're comfortable in. Frank says, here they can speak Tagalog, but Ilonggo or Hiligaynon, technically, watching Gel's kids struggle to speak the native tongue. It really is a difficult. Ilonggo dialect is way easier. Yeah, and and that's what I'd say. Like, even people that speak Ilonggo or Visayan, like, if there's put it this way, if there is someone, maybe an older Filipino, that speaks Ilonggo or Visayan or one of the other dialects, even if they don't speak English, they're also going to speak Tagalog or Filipino. And if you go into like Google Translate, they have the language there is Filipino, and all Filipino is standardized Tagalog. And it's just like we have the same thing in the United States, like we have standardized English. Like, there's slang and everything else that goes along with that, but recognized as standardized English. So Filipino is nothing more than standardized Tagalog, and it being an official language, with English being another official language for certain situations. Like, between the two of them, I believe that pretty much everyone in the Philippines is going to have some working knowledge of one of those two languages. So you know, I want to, you know, I already know English, but I want to learn Tagalog to kind of cover my bases with everybody else, because I don't want to learn, you know, Visayan, Ilonggo, like, you know, even if I lived in the Visayas, like I wouldn't want to learn Visayan. I would still learn Tagalog because, like, I, you know, traveling, I'm going to be able to talk to more people. That's just my opinion. But, all right. Pogie's waving at my brother James. Weena jumps here. Hey, Weena, I was just, let me, hold on, where are we at? Let me, I need to put some people in blue. Who's not in blue? Who's got a channel and is not in blue? There we go. All right. I didn't have Frankenfell in blue. So yeah, anybody that's in, except for Pogie. Pogie's in blue, but he doesn't have any videos on his channel. But everybody else that's in blue, you can click on them and join their channel. Again, you know, I believe in having a community of support. And I was just watching Weena Jumps videos, and man, that girl should be jump roping. And you know, you've seen me dance around, but like I wouldn't have the energy to last 10 seconds with her energy with the jump rope. Like, it's too much. It's too much, Weena. I can't do it. You make me tired just watching you. Like, I'm watching Weena do jump rope, and like I start sweating. Like, too much energy. No, I'm just kidding. You're awesome, Weena. Frank saying hi to Pogie and Weena. Pogie's doing that pink hand wavy thing. Pogie, the most secret to belong of circulation, Kuyure, you need to learn our main language, the Tagalog, for your own benefits and for how you recognize our deep culture, behavior, and belief. Absolutely. Like, you know, I've said it before, you know, like, I chose the Philippines. Like, coming to the Philippines was my choice. You know, nobody showed up in, like, a recruiter didn't show up in America and say, give me a pamphlet, say, you know, have you heard about the Philippines? You know, you should come, like, you know, and have to convince me. Like, nobody was soliciting for me to come here. It was my choice. And if it's my choice to do something, whatever that is, then it's my obligation to learn what that choice means for me. Like, what should I do? You know, I'll use like Frank as an example. I don't know if Frank played golf before, but you know, when Frank made the decision, you know, that he was going to start playing more golf, then I'm sure Frank, you know, maybe he started watching some videos about golf, and he's practicing golf and, you know, talking about golf, you know, because he's choosing to play golf. I choose to come to the Philippines, so like, you know, that is in my interest. That is, you know, what I'm passionate about. So I try and learn as much as I can about things that I choose to have in my life, if that makes sense. But let me see. Weena jump, thank you, Sir. Oh yeah, Pogie's waving at Weena jumps with pink wavy hands. Pogie like the pink wavy hands. Lily, hey Lily. Lily says hey to everyone. Weena's laughing. My brother James saying, turn that Pogie. I don't know what turn that Pogie mean. Weena jump. Everybody saying hi to everybody. I love the print of shirt, Ray. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Pogie's asking James questions. Everybody's asking everybody else questions. Nobody asking me no questions. Lily, please share and like. Thank you, Lily. Nobody's dictate what you want except you. Absolutely, Lily. Like, you know, and you know, that's what I was saying. Like, you know, when you make a decision in life, then, you know, you accept like everything that comes with that decision, the good, the bad, you know, the changes that you might have to make. And there's too many people that, well, honestly, they're just lazy. Like, there's things that they want in life, they want to do, but they don't want to put in the work to make that choice work for them. And then they sit back and complain about how, you know, nothing works out the way that they want it to and everything, because they just don't put in the effort into whatever it is they want. That's my opinion. I stand by it. Like, you know, people that are complaining that, you know, their choices in life don't work out, they have to take their own blame. Because I've said it many times on here. Like, you can only control one thing in life, and that's yourself. So how you interact with the world and, you know, prepare for the choices that you make, like, that all depends on you. And that's my rant about that. Let's see. James, retirement, watching the grass grow, Pogey. NSK, my brother from New Zealand, my nephew from New Zealand says, hey, Unc, nice t-shirt, Unc. Thank you, NSK. NSK, you ever gonna give me a name other than NSK? you come in here all the time, but I don't know anything about you other than that you're in New Zealand, and I'm assuming you're younger than me because you always call me Unc. So, my New Zealand nephew, NSK. Let's see. Gino said, what made you choose the Philippines instead of another Southeast Asian country like Thailand? The women. No, just that's like the expected answer. But, you know, English definitely played a part. You know, being able to ease the transition. You know, like I said, I believe in you know, over the years, I'm gonna try. I hopefully I'll become, you know, semi-fluent in Tagalog, and, you know, get to the point where, you know, I might be able to go the whole day without speaking English to anybody if needed. But, you know, that's not going to happen overnight. So definitely having the fallback of, you know, being able to do business in English is, you know, awesome. And then number two, of course, visa. I don't want, like, for Thailand, like, I don't want to make a run over into Cambodia like every few months and have to do paperwork to come back, and then, you know, eventually here I'll get, you know, my SRV, so I'll have, you know, residence, and like the worry will be done. But it's the same as I'm saying with English, you know, having the, you know, the visitor's visa, you know, kind of as a, you know, ease you into the country kind of process until you're able to, you know, have permanent residency, is the same as like being able to speak English here until you're, you know, more integrated into society. So I believe, I think the Philippines has like a, you know, a besides the people are, you know, welcoming and friendly, the process of a foreigner, I'm going to use American because, you know, that's how I can relate. But the process of American, you know, coming to the Philippines, like the transition is much smoother. Now, I mean, you're going to have to deal with culture shock and learning about, but, you know, the ease in which someone can slowly integrate, you know, whether they're moving to, you know, Cebu or BGC or somewhere in a bubble they can slowly kind of get integrated in that way too. Because, you know, the Philippines is also like super friendly for, you know, Americans, because like you can live in areas that, you know, you might not really be able to tell the difference between living there and living, you know, in America, other than, you know, people have accents, but you could just pretend you were in a, you know, a section of a city like Filipino town in New York or somewhere. So just the being able to integrate into the Philippines is so much easier, I believe, than any other country. And then the women are great. Frank said, "Great question." Yeah, absolutely. Like Gino helping me out. He's trying to keep me on track and from like randomly rambling about. Frank said, "For me, it was 90 Day Fiance." What was that, Frank? What the other? Wasn't his name Frank too? What was their name? It was. I think his name what? No. Big Ed. There's Big Ed and Rose. Is that what you're talking about, Frank? With 90 Day Fiance, Big Ed and Rose were taking the Tabo shower. Craig said, "What's up, Body?" Body. You calling me Body, or you just is that short for everybody? Because I mean, I know I got a body. I was just weighing myself. I've been trying to get down to 80 kilos. That's my goal. And yesterday I was like 84.3, and I weighed myself. Even after McDo, I was 83.7. So hopefully I can keep that progress going in the right direction. Let's see. Gino said, "I watched 90 Day Fiance before, not lately though. Good show." It's don't be politically correct, Gino. It's trash TV, but sometimes you just want to watch trash TV. Like I don't like to have drama in my own life, but I'll watch other people's drama. I don't know if I would, you know, I can only watch it in small increments or it stresses me out. Craig said, "Yes, I understand. I just came in. You got to have a mindset. Your life's your choice." Oh, okay. Craig said you got to have mind. Absolutely. Like having a positive mindset, whether you're coming to the Philippines or wherever you are in the world, like having a positive mindset is going to make the biggest difference on your quality of life, your happiness than anything else. Like it doesn't matter where you are. You know, I'll use the Filipinos as an example. Like, you know, everybody always talks about, you know, Filipinos are resilient and, you know, they take things in stride, and it's all because of their mindset. Like, you know, they can smile through hardships that, you know, most people in America can't fathom. But, you know, there's people in America that's got all this shit and are unhappy because, you know, their Starbucks order was cold when it was supposed to be hot, or hot when it was supposed to be cold, or whatever. Just some trivial, like they're looking for something to be angry about, something to be disappointed with, like just going through life that way. And, you know, Filipinos are the opposite. Like they find something to be happy about. And if they don't see anything to be happy about, they'll make something. Karaoke's going to break out. They're going to find some way to be happy. And that's the way to live life, my opinion. Weena said, your life, your choice. Yep. Lily says, don't trust other people when it comes to decision making. No, not when it comes to your own life and happiness. Like, I've said on here before, like, if you're working, like, people in the US, if you're working at a job that you do not like, then quit. If your job makes you unhappy, quit. You may have to move into a small, find a job you like. You may make less money. You might have to move into a smaller house. But if you're more happy, that's all that matters. Like, there's too much emphasis on, making this and getting ahead. Like, if you're not happy, you're not getting ahead. Like, the person that's, happier, a little bit happier every day they wake up, that's the person that's getting ahead. Craig said, you have a discipline. I don't know what you mean by that, Craig. A discipline. You have to have discipline in your life to, to get the things you want. Pogi said, when you learn the Tagalog language, what's your edge to others, Kuya Ray, and could you use it in daily life to interact to some Filipinos in all aspects of your life while you're here? That's the secret. Yeah, I'm going to get to that point, Pogi. Like, I try and learn, a little bit of Tagalog, maybe not every day, but, I add, words and phrases to what I already know until they stick to what I already know. Because I don't want to try and learn too much at once and, then forget what I learned before it gets all jumbled up. But my big thing with learning Tagalog is learning proper pronunciation. Like, that's really important to me. It's always been important to me. It's important to me speaking English, pronouncing words correctly. I've been that way since I was a kid. I think it all stems from, like, when I was a kid, I didn't have a lot of friends. I read a lot. I read a lot of books by myself in my room. That's what I did. I was a little outcast kid reading books in my room. And, one thing with reading is, it doesn't really give you pronunciation. And I remember, I was, a little kid, maybe 10 or 11. Most kids don't even know this word, but I was using the word facade in a sentence. It's like, the facade of that building. But having only seen it in print, I said facade, the building facade. And, people laughed and I was embarrassed, and, like, I think that made a big impression on me. And so, ever since then, when I saw a word that I didn't know, that I would look up, the phonetic pronunciation of the word. All that to say, like, pronunciation is important to me. So whenever I'm learning Tagalog, then, I want to pronounce the Tagalog words properly. Like, like the word Tagalog. A lot of foreigners are, coming over and saying Tagalog or some variation of that. And, I don't judge them for it, but, it's just important to me to, anyway, I've rambled on enough about that. All right, Pogi, giving pink can wavy things to everybody. Lily says, we all know the cost of living here is cheaper than other Southeast countries. Honestly, Lily, that's, like, if it was cost of living completely, places like even Thailand or Vietnam, Malaysia. Like a lot of those places have a lower cost of living than the Philippines. But I don't look at, cost of living as in comparing to other Southeast Asian countries. Some people might, but me, like the cost of living compared, my cost of living comparison of the Philippines is to the United States. And so that's awesome. Like, I don't have any complaints. Could I find some place in the world that's cheaper to live? Sure. And to some people, like, that may be a bigger deciding factor. Like, you have to look in your life, like, what is important to you, the most important, and then you overlook, like, things that are less important. You go to somewhere that, well, there's things about, because there's good and bad in every country. There's pros and cons. And if the pros in that country are the pros that, are most impactful for you, that resonate the most with you, then it's easier for you to overlook the cons. Because, like I said, you're going to have pros and cons in every country. And if the things that are important to you are cons in another country, you don't want to move there. You find the country that fits what you're most wanted, not the country that, like, fits where, you're not wanted. Like, if they do the things right that isn't as impactful to you, it doesn't matter if they don't do the things that are most important. And for me, like I said, the Philippines, the ease of transition with language and visa was two of the most important reasons for me personally. Frank says hi to Craig. Yeah, Craig said he's going to pick me up at the airport. Frank? Lily says hi to Pogi. Opo, I'm Filipino. Janet says hey. Oh, Janet! Wait a minute, Janet's here. Janet's here. You still here, Janet? Let me find. Hold on. Let me see. I got a theme song for Janet. Where is Janet? Oh, wait. Did my speaker turned off? Let me turn my speaker on. Oh, hold on. We got to get some Janet theme music going in here. All right. Y'all ready for this?
Mama Janet, Janet's got a gun. Mama Janet, Janet's got a gun. Trolls better run. Mama Janet, she's a tough old bird. Mama Janet, tough old bird. Watch out when she moderates. The trolls better run.
The trolls better run. Hey.
Used to be a cop. Mama Janet was a cop. Used to walk the beat in Chicago. Now the trolls better run. Trolls run.
That's for you, Mama Janet. Trolls better run. Okay, I'm gonna skip past where everybody's saying hi to everybody else. Frank says, first and foremost, all respect, but nobody here knows or even conceive a school or church shooting. Sigh, bless her soul. Yeah, and that's true. I mean, I'm sure that there are, mental health issues in the Philippines, and like I don't know enough about it, like to speak intelligently on that subject. But apparently, whatever the Philippines are doing to deal with mental health issues here in the Philippines is way more effective than what they do in the United States. Um, you know, uh, like I said, I'm not speaking definitively because I honestly don't know, but the empirical data kind of suggests that. I would assume that they do a better job, uh, and it makes sense. Like Filipinos are more caring, and like you know, in the U.S., they people with mental health issues are just kind of discarded. It's like, oh, well, that's not my problem. Where here there's more of a caregiver mentality. So if someone has an illness, whether that's mental or physical, you know there's a Filipino that's going to take care of them, and uh, and that makes a big difference. The people that are out there shooting up schools or whatever they're doing, um, somebody didn't love them enough. That's all it boils down to. So, message for today: spread love to everybody you meet, because you never know if they need it or not. Like, you may be the source of love and positivity that they need, just a little bit to help them get through life and have a positive change in their life. I don't know. Mama Janet saying hi to everybody. James on a second cup of coffee. I might have a second cup of coffee. My first cup of coffee wasn't good. I used milk, and I don't. This is a bachelor problem. I don't know if my milk was still good. It tasted funny. Like my coffee tasted funny. I didn't taste the milk first. I just put it in my coffee. Frank said it's safer here unless you're a politician or a money collector. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I don't know. I try to stay out of politics no matter what country I'm in. Like that's someone else's concern. Like I'm I have my own views on how the world should run, but it's more like a social kind of, not socialist, but just the world would be better if individuals changed. Governments come and go. Like I used to always say, when people would start to talk to me about politics, my answer was always like, I don't care who is the president. Like, through all of my life, there's not really any president that has really changed the way that I interact with the world, that has really changed significantly my day-to-day life. Like, I'm gonna be me and do my thing and be happy regardless of who's in office. Like, now if somebody got into office and like created martial law and had me locked up for being me, yeah, that'd be a problem. But I haven't seen a politician like that. I haven't lived in a country that has politics like that. So I just let politicians do what they do, and I'm going to do what I do. And, you know, as long as they don't bother me, I won't bother them. Janet saying hi to Frank Bell. Frank said hi to Janet. Frank said, I'm 94 to 95. Oh, temperature. Is that what you're talking about, Frank? That's terrible. What is the temperature here? Hold on. Let's see. It is that the current temperature? Feels cooler than that. Okay. That's 72. 72 and cloudy. Be 71 here pretty quickly. Okay, wait. I went off and now I am lost. I'm lost. I gotta find where I was in the comments. Y'all bear with me. I'm a slow scroller. Slow. Wait. Okay, yeah. Frank's at 94, 95. I'm assuming that's Fahrenheit that you're talking about, Frank. And I'm looking forward to coming over there, early this next month. But I'm not looking forward to temperature. I mean, I'm in Tagaytay for a reason. I like it cool. I'm cool. The weather's cool. Everything stays cool. That's the way I like it. Gino saying, hi, Mom Janet. Thanks for answering why you picked the Philippines. Hey, no problem, Gino. Thanks for asking the question. Like I said, I can get to the point where I'm rambling at times. So, when people give me a pointed question, it allows me to focus. So I appreciate you, Gino. Craig said, you are so funny how you can take something like body and just turn it into a topic. I don't know. That's just my personality. I got, diarrhea of the mouth sometimes. It just runs for no reason. Janet said, Gino, if I could, I'd pick. I'm a tropical girl. Plus, here in Chicago, my friends are different. Asians be the same for me. Yeah, no, I mean, I know that you'd love it over here, Janet. And hopefully one day, your health will get to a point where it allow you to travel more. That would be awesome. Bogey said, you are correct, Kuya Ray. Precisely, and I would agree to your saying about the Filipino 100%. Thanks, Bogey. Yeah, I mean, I definitely always try and see the positive aspects of people. And if you're relating to another person, and I said earlier about your environment and viewing your environment positively, and you'll find things to be happy about. And for the most part, it's the same with people. Like, if you can look for the positive aspects on people and focus your attention and energy on those aspects and celebrate those aspects to them, say, if the thing you enjoy about a person is their sense of humor, bring it up often. They're saying something, man, you're so funny. Like, I love being around you because you're funny, and that makes them feel good. That makes them act good. That gives you a more positive exchange, and it's like and not to say that you use psychology on people, but it's the whole Pavlov's dog, theory that, whenever the dog heard the bell, they knew they were going to eat, and they would start salivating. So it, encouraged that behavior, or planted that in your mind. You give someone positive feedback, they're going to want more positive feedback, and whatever behavior that they're doing that gets that positive feedback, they're going to do it more. And so some people are a lost cause, though. Some people are too far gone, and you know, you can't, you can give them all the positive feedback in the world, and it ain't gonna help. But that's a whole nother topic. Frank said, food for thought, August 29th is the 50-year anniversary of Jaws in the States. It's releasing in some theaters. Okay. Food for thought. Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Gonna need a bigger boat, Frank. Pogi, mahal kita, I love you. Love you too, Pogi. Mahal kita. Mahal na mahal kita. Pogi's still trying to teach me Tagalog. Amy said, let's eat, guys, while watching Surrey. Yeah, I always make the joke, like I schedule my live streams for the times that Filipinas are cooking and eating, because, you know, it helps my watch hours, because they'll just put on the live stream and then go about cooking and eating and everything while I'm playing in the background. So they don't have to you know, I don't have to be engaging. I'm just there. I'm just part of the scenery. Pogi said, gusto kita. I like you. I got you, Pogi. Frank, I'm excited about Final Mission Impossible. You know, I've watched, I might have saw part of other ones, but I know I just saw like the very first Mission Impossible. And, you know, I am not super impressed with Tom Cruise as a person, but like his work ethic, like doing his own stunts and everything for movies, you know, I give him all the props in the world, you know, much respect. He definitely puts in the effort for his craft. Janet saying hi to Amy. What's the food, Navy woman? Kaya na tayo, let's eat. Says Pogi. Weena Jumps just here listening to. Yeah, see, it's all part of my master plan. Like, I know Filipinos are gonna eat. They start my live stream, and then they're cooking, eating, doing all that stuff, and I don't have to be that engaging. Like, they are engaged with the food. I always feed a Filipina, you know. As long as there's food around, then, you know, they won't mind, you know, me in the background, because, you know, I'm non-offensive. Like, I ain't gonna disturb their enjoyment of the food. Maybe it's like the Pavlov dog thing. Like, they'll start equating watching my live streams with eating good food. And so when my live stream comes on, then it satisfies their hunger. Because they know it's time to eat. James said, happy wife, happy life for me. Absolutely. Yeah, I thought, did I miss where you said that Billy got up and you made her coffee? And tell Billy I said hi, give her a hug. Is she watching? Billy, are you there? Hey, Billy. Amy said, we had ground lumpiang Shanghai, fresh papaya, and cucumber from my garden. Of course, rice is life, Sir Pogi. Yeah, no, and I love, I don't know how I would be on papaya, but like, I know as a kid, like food, we always used to have like fresh sliced tomatoes, cucumbers, and onion. And like, I could eat like a white, even a yellow onion. Like, I could just eat it like an apple. Like, I like raw onion, especially if I'm eating like fish or something like that, or beans. Oh, I gotta have onion with beans. Like, if I got a big pot of beans, then I'll have a big slab of white onion and take a bite of eat beans, take a bite of onion. Oh, so good. But and yeah, I love fresh cucumbers, and I like to put cucumbers like with vinegar and black pepper. Like that's my favorite. Pogi said, Sana nasa mabuti kang kalagayan. I hope you are in a good situation. Okay, I don't know that one, Pogi. Sana nasa mabuti. I know mabuti's good. Okay. Sana'al, Navy woman. I know Sana'al is like, kind of like, I wish I had that. You know, like if someone is like bragging or talking about like something good that has happened to them in their life, then you would say Sana'al, like, you know, oh, that's great for you. I wish, you know, I had that also in my life. Am I getting that right? So Pogi says, Sana'al, Navy woman, has eating egg rolls, fresh papaya, and cucumber. You're going there to your house, and I will eat. Pogi trying to get in on that lumpia. Yeah, masarap is yummy. I knew that. Kaya bigan kita, Kuya Ray. You are my friend, Kuya Ray. You're my friend too, Pogi. Laba Laba Moves from the original Moves by Navy Woman. Yeah, see, and I had to look up I mean, Laba is laundry. I didn't know that before. I just knew Lalaba was washing, like washing laundry, Lalaba. So, like Amy kept saying, you know, my Laba Laba moves, it was my laundry moves. Like, because those of you who didn't watch, I'll tell the story real quick. So I was watching Amy's channel. She was doing a live stream, and she was just sitting there, you know, doing lullaby, washing clothes with the live stream running. And she had like 50 people in there watching her wash clothes. And I was jealous. I said, I can wash clothes. I said, so then I was talking to Amy later, and she's saying, oh, you should do budats. And so it clicked in my mind. I thought it was a good idea. Like, what if I did lullaby, do washing, while doing budats? So I set everything up in the bathroom. I got my big washing tub, put clothes in there, water, laundry soap, and then I had the live stream, had the music going, and I was stomping up and down on that laundry like I was trying to crush grapes into wine and boogieing down on my laundry. I didn't have 50 viewers, but I tried. I put in the effort. Janet laughed. Funny as heck, not true. Didn't walk a beat. Hilarious. Oh, you know, saying trolls better run from Mama Janet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mama Janet got a gun. Trolls better run. James, okay, I knew I saw it. Billy's up early, made her coffee. All right, and again, tell Billy I said, hey. Janet said, Ray, you off on that, but I'm laughing. Yeah, because, like, I was pretty sure that, like, you weren't a beat cop or anything, but, like, I kept putting in prompts for AI and trying to tweak it. And, you know, I know you've got, like, a connection with blues, so I wanted to have, like, a blues feel, kind of a gritty Chicago blues type of thing. I don't know if you got a gun. It's just a metaphor for, you know, your power over the trolls. But anyway, I know that some of the details weren't exactly right, but I think, you know, the whole comedic imagery was what I was going for there. Amy said, come Pogi, you'll be free for you to pick it up from the papaya tree and cucumber. Amy saying, like, yeah, you can come over for dinner, but, you know, you got to pick your own dinner. it's Outside is serve yourself. You just pick whatever it is you want to eat and bring it in. Ray, now I won't tell you what role I played. I would tell you I worked with ID, no beat, hilarious. Yeah, and see, I knew that, Janet. I knew you weren't, a beat cop, but like I said, you have no idea. Like Frank probably, if Frank's still here, Frank knows, like dealing with AI, you keep putting in prompts and, it'll give you something completely different. It's like you want to keep all of the elements in one thing, and if you tell it, I just want to change this one little thing, it'll change everything. Then you're starting to get, it's so frustrating sometimes. Now don't get me wrong, like AI, you can do a lot of things, but it's not perfect, and sometimes it can be frustrating to try and kind of get exactly what you want, but it does it a lot quicker than I would be able to do just on my own. Like I give it the creative idea and everything, and I can't write music, I can't sing. So if I'm gonna make a song, I'm gonna need someone else to handle that aspect of the song making. And you can see, like, let me pull it up. Hold on a minute. Where? Let me go into. Wait. Y'all bear with me a second. I'm getting to my library. Where is Mama Janet? Hold on. I gotta find Mama Janet. There we go. So look, I gotta stop this thing from turning. All right, look. All right. Mama Janet's got a gun. Mama Janet's got a gun. Mama Janet's got a gun. Janet's got a gun. Janet's got a gun. Mama 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 Janet's got a gun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different iterations to get a song that I halfway liked. And it's like that with all of them. Like, you guys hear a song, but there's probably 10 other songs that you haven't heard because I kept trying to refine to make it something I liked. Gino, hilarious as heck. Gino, yes, too funny. Pogi, really Navy woman, but the fare much expensive rather than the papaya and cucumbers. We both far away to each other. Ray, is that you singing? They're so very good at. No, Mama Janet, I can't sing like that. You've heard me sing if you watch my shorts, like on some of my early shorts on my birthday. Whenever I'm singing Elvis, I always said, people would comment, because I was doing all the Elvis moves while doing karaoke, and I always joked, it's like, yeah, I gotta wiggle my hips so that it can distract from the fact that I can't sing. Gino said Ray sure is great. That's one of the main reasons why I do YouTube is, to engage the creative part of my mind. It's, you have to have some kind of creative outlet. Pogi said, have you ever encountered Culture Shock Kuya Ray when you first arrived here? Oh, absolutely. And I did a video about Culture Shock. In fact, I think it was like a live stream, but I filmed it horizontal so that I could have like the Culture Shock part of the video first and then, get into comments. But yeah, there was a few Culture Shock moments, but most of them were welcome. Like, sometimes doing things a different way isn't necessarily a bad thing. Janet says, Pogi in English, love it. Teach us, share that knowledge, and speaking language. Yeah, Pogi's went on full on Tagalog instructor. Pogi, and what the Filipino food you most wanted to eat. I've shared this many times. My favorite Filipino food is bulalo, followed by lumpia. Those are, my two favorites. I like sisig. I like lomi. I like lechon. Rice is growing on me. And that's the most important. I made the joke the other day, it's like, in the US, rice is a side dish. In the Philippines, like, rice is the main course. Like, everything else that goes with the rice, that's the side dish. Like, the rice is the star. Or in the States, whatever, you have whatever food, and then you have rice on the side. Let's see. What other? I mean, there's a lot of Filipino foods that I want to try. Just haven't got around to it. But I'm gonna try and be more adventurous and try different things, because I've always been of the opinion that you can't say that you don't like something if you have never tried it. So I'm gonna, with the exception, and I made this point before, with the exception of like food like sushi, like puffer fish sushi, where if it's not prepared exactly correct, then you can die. I'm not trying that. Like, that's just silly. But if it's just something that, like a lot of people eat and enjoy, but maybe it's just not for me, like, yeah, I'm gonna try that. It may not be for me, but I'll try it, just so I can say, like, and I always give food like 2 chances, because like the first time you try a dish, like, it just may not be prepared right, or whatever. So I give it a second chance. Like, some of the food right now that's on a second chance for me is kari kari. I tried it, didn't like it. The whole, like, basically steak and peanut butter thing doesn't work for me. I don't have a problem with either one of the flavors. I just don't want them together. I don't know. It's just not for me. But I'm gonna give it another chance. Maganda is beautiful, yeah. And you want more emphasis, you ganda mo. Susie, I'm up. Have a migraine, took meds, started to feel a little better. Wishing everyone a great evening. Thanks, Susie. Yeah, had to take a BC powder. Like, that's my cure-all for headaches. And say, I know you don't always have enough caffeine. Like, I do, like, BC powder with a Red Bull, and then my headache goes away pretty quick. Pogi Kumastaka. Yeah, you did that one early, Pogi. Gino, I've been moderated since 2019. Then Isa asked me to help her. Oddly, my USA channels don't have as many trolls. Yeah, no, I mean, and that makes sense, Janet. Like, because a lot of, like, the here's the thing with trolls. All right, I'm gonna stick to U.S. trolls because, again, that's what I'm familiar with. But trolls in general do not like to see someone else happy. Like, their whole goal in life, being unhappy, is to spread unhappiness to other people like a virus. And there's not as many trolls on US channels because a lot of the YouTube creators on US channels are also unhappy and are talking about I don't know what they're talking about. I don't watch a lot of US YouTube content creators, but they're not happy for the most part. So there's no reason to troll someone that's already not happy. But they get on here and, especially like a channel where they see, an American with a beautiful young wife and they're happy. They cannot stand that. That just nails on a chalkboard. They got to say something. They got to find some way to drag that person down because heaven forbid that they're happy. How dare they be happy going and finding a life that makes them happy? Shame on them. And and so that's why I think like trolls are more prevalent with like foreign vloggers that are living in the Philippines because we're happy for the most part. You got some unhappy foreign vloggers in the Philippines. I'm not the type to name names. I just don't watch the content. Maraming Salamat Sayo. Thank you very much. Susie, if you like my brother's shirt, my daughter Chelsea makes them. She can make you what you want and mail it to you. That would be expensive to mail a shirt. Yeah. My niece Chelsea made this shirt for me, and while I was still over in the U.S. dealing with my whole bank issue, and then I'm gonna hook up with Gino's T-shirt distributor person because I'm gonna have a T-shirt made over here, and it's it's gonna be affordable because it's Philippines. But let's see, do I have? I don't. It's on there. I'll leave my T-shirt design hush hush for right now. James saying hi to Susie. Up time for coffee. Susie, I have quit a lot of jobs for being. I have quit a lot of jobs for being unhappy, but I'm retired now. Yeah. Susie's gonna stay happy. Susie's a happy person. Nagugutum, I don't know that one. Nagugutum Nako. I'm hungry. Susie, yes, James, to the coffee. Janet said, no, my health is degenerating. I was told last Wednesday I can't fly anymore. That's too bad, Janet. Well, like I'll bring you along with me wherever I go. It'll be like you're with me. James said, dang, third crown, sis. Susie is complaining she don't got no crown. Yeah, you got a crown with me, Susie. You're awesome. Pogie, how's your arthritis? Is it going to improve or you had recovery? Okay, asking Janet. James chatted up. James keeping his crown. He's coming for the number 2 spot. Janet said, Pogie, no, I'm having complication from injections. I'm weak. My immune is very low. That's terrible to hear, Janet. And well, since we lost some people, let me hold on. Dear Heavenly Father, be with our sister Janet as she's give wisdom and allow your healing power to operate in their hands and help our sister Janet feel better and have a better quality of life. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So, like I hope that didn't offend anybody. I'm not a constant prayer person. I don't do it enough. But I know my type of personality. Like I'm a procrastinator. And so like if if I did like everybody else and just, you know, put the praying hands emoji and, you know, say, you know, my prayers go with you. Like it's not going to happen. Like that's the extent of it. So anytime that I feel convicted to pray for someone, then I have to do it right then in the moment, so I know it gets done. Because if I put it off for a later time, it's too important to put off for a later time, is what I'm saying. Like, so anyway, hopefully, you know, I don't. Uh, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, praying for you, Janet. Kanan, rice, ulam dishes. Pakain is food. Pakain. Susie, what is the coldest letter in the alphabet? Susie telling a joke. Susie, you telling a joke? Coldest letter in the alphabet. Uh, I don't know. I don't know, Susie. I could probably figure it out if I give enough time, but I'm in the middle of a live stream here. I ain't got time to rack my brain for some kind of burr answer. I don't know what. Pogie said, yes, Kuya Ray, I want you to be my best friend. Yeah, I try and be best friends with everybody. Like the best friend that I can be to someone. Like, and it's different for each person. You know, like you try and be the best friend that you can be in whatever way they need a friend. Pogie wants to know the answer. Craig said hi. Hey, Craig, you still here? Appreciate you being here, Craig. I'm come check you out soon, next month. Pogie, appreciate your prayers. Yep. Pogie, too big water, drinks Inuman. Alak is liquor. Alak. Zezit Edits. That's a tongue twister. Zezit Edits says hi. Hey Zezit, I'm already subscribed. Let me hold on. Here, wait. I don't know where I am in the conversation to find Zezit Edits. I know they got a channel, but anyway, y'all can subscribe to Zezit Edits. Zezit, I told you before, you got to give me some kind of name. I think you just like hearing me stumble over Zezit Edits. Pogie, welcome to Janet. The important thing is you need to boost your morale and elevate it for your positive mind. Life must go on. Yeah, absolutely. Like positivity, you know, definitely helps with health. James, she said hi. Oh, Billy. Hey, Billy. Give me kisses. Billy's my sister-in-law. She's awesome. Janet said, Pogie, God is final say high enough for you. I stay in the upper house. I'm on day and dear. Pogie, my faith is strong. Gino, back me up here. Yeah, no, I know that, Janet. Pogie, get well soon. Pogie, I'm 70 with 7 blocked heart arteries. I recently had triple bypass. I have 4 blocked arteries. God size, dear. This is my second new heart. Yeah, I know that you've been going through it, Janet. Amy said, you become a hard-working that time, sir. What was I working hard on? I was doing something. Pogie, I am in dancing mode. If I drink too much of alcohol, Buddha stand. Yeah, so you've seen I don't hardly need, probably alcohol like makes the dancing condition more prevalent, but I don't need anything to dance, to break out and dance. Pogie, my arteries are 75% to 99% damage. Yeah, I mean, I know you're going through it, Janet. Grammy nominated blues, you're right. We in Blues Hall of Fame, May 2020. Yeah. I remember when someone tells me something, like, I don't just say to people, like, you're my friend, you're important to me. Like, I internalize it. Like, if I'm saying someone's important to me, then when they tell me something about their lives, I'm going to remember. Um, Janet's chasing joy. Ray, you did a fantastic job. I loved it. Made me smile. I'm glad, Janet. That was the purpose. And then, Pogi, yeah, call Janet. You don't gotta. That's less typing. Pogi says, Kuya Ray, Isakang mabuting tayo. You are a good person. Thank you, Pogi. Gino, Mom Janet has strong faith in God. She a fighter with all her medical issues. Absolutely. Like, Janet, Pogi, Gino, and I are twins. We are like Energizer Bunny. We don't quit. Gino and I let God decide, and that is clearly positive. Gino, these injections are in too deep. I took a break. Okay. Pogi, yes ma'am, Janet. From now on, I call your name, Janet. Beautiful and pretty, Janet. Even I haven't seen you in picture. I think you are a good person. Absolutely. McLovin says good evening. Hey, McLovin. And Susie, my brother backed me up. Like, whenever I was driving a cab, I drove a taxi for a period of time, and I had a Hawaii license plate on my taxi that said McLovin. And I had the McLovin fake ID, and actually, used to joke when I'd go pick someone up at a bar, the doorman would ask for my ID, and I'd hand him the McLovin ID. It's like, I'm old enough to come in here. Come on, give me a break. But yeah, I was the McLovin taxi driver. So good to see you here, McLovin. Susie, Pogi, B because it's between the B because it's between the A and the C, AC. Okay, Susie finally telling her punchline of the coldest letter is B because it's between the A and the C, between the AC. Janet says, Gino, I go back next week. The side effects will weaken. I can't be bedridden, not healthy. No. Pogi, I don't want God mad at me, not my swagger. Okay. I don't know that, Susie. Now I know. Okay. Frank says, hey to McLovin. McLovin, hello, welcome in. This is the way, and I don't mind, but this is the way my chats go because like everybody I enjoy it because I'm honestly trying to build a community or not be a part of a community. Like I'm not the architect, I'm not the catalyst. Like there's other YouTube creators that are more influential than me. And that's another thing. The term influencer kind of gets a bad rap. And it's because of, like American influencers that like you really don't think anybody should follow their example at all. But for me, like to me, who influencers are, and y'all gonna have to watch my video. This video changed my life. That video, one of my first ones that I ever did. And there was a lot of YouTube content creators in the Philippines that influenced me. Like I was in a dark place, and it's because of them that I'm in the Philippines now, and I'm happy. So, like all influencers aren't bad. If they are influencing you to to make a change in your life, to live a more positive life, to be happy, then there's nothing wrong with being part of, being influenced by that content. I always said if I, doing this whole YouTube thing, if I could just be just a tiny, small part of one person becoming happy, is all worth it, So anyway, so like I'm just part of a community, and back to my original point, I kind of rambled off topic there, but back to my original point, like the majority of my live streams are just people saying hi to each other, because like we all know each other from each other's channels, and it's just a positive atmosphere. So you guys go ahead and chat it up down there in the comments, because I always say, it makes my job easier if you guys are down there keeping each other entertained and staying on here. That's less work I got to do. Let's see. Wait. Frank. Hey, Susie. Ray must be in Facebook. Frank Wagner. I don't have you, Frank. I'll check. Wait. Let me. Hold on. I can do that right now. I'm gonna do that right now, because I told you about the whole procrastination thing. I got you here. Let me open up Facebook. Wait. Let me go back to my. I'm gonna put you on my main account. Search. Put you on my main account, Frank. I got a Frank Wagner. Wait. 2 mutual friends. Okay. Follow. Wait. All right. I got you, Frank. Send a request. Like I said, I'm, my brother and sister vouch for this. I'm a procrastinator. If I don't do something right when I'm thinking about it, it won't get done. So I sent you a random request. Wait, where are we at? Wait, I gotta get back up to where I was. Well, I'm way behind in comments. That's not normally like me. Oh, okay, all right. So I messaged you in Facebook. All right. Pogi's still giving Tagalog lessons. Babaero, womanizer, bolero is a flatterer. I would be a bolero, I guess. Well, no, but I think like because I looked that up before or read about it. Like I research everything, but like bolero is like an over flatterer, like a non-sincere flatterer. Like I'm just a flatterer. Like I like people to feel good. Janet, Pogi, no, you know my story. I only ask for prayer. Yes, Janet. James laughing at Susie's corny joke. Inget, envy, celos, jealous, celos. I don't know, like ingot is take care, so I don't know, excuse me, how you pronounce that, ingot for envy. Gino said, I hated the IV Pope's mom, Janet. I kept walking even when it was difficult. Being bedridden was the worst. Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't too much bedridden. And so you guys don't know this about me. This is for Gino and I guess Janet. I don't know if Janet went through it or not, but I know Gino, mentioned he was a cancer survivor. I had cancer. Nobody knew that about me until just now. You guys were here, my friends, or the first I've shared that with on YouTube. But Janet, yes, used to be to spread dissension. Currently, they band together to bring a channel down and sabotage channel. This is a new animal. Yeah, I don't mind like a little bit of trolling, because sometimes you don't know. Like I've said many times, and since pretty much everybody in my channel is a moderator, like if someone comes in and they're talking shit about me, let it go. Like whenever I get to them, like I'll address them personally. I'll kill them with kindness, or I'll, uh, whatever it is, because some people have that type of sense of humor. It's like, especially if it's a guy. It's like, dude, you're bald and ugly. Yeah, I love you too. I mean, that's just sometimes how we joke with each other. And like, if you're too, like, focused on, oh, any negative comment is bad, you kind of squash someone's ability to be who they are. It's like you get to know someone and, they're funny. As long as you know that that's, their personality. Anyway, if that all makes sense. Susie said, no one should make or try to make others unhappy. Always stay positive and lift each other up instead. Yeah, absolutely, Susie. That's the pulpit I preach from, the pulpit of positivity. I'm not, I'm not making that, uh, that comparison to make light of religion. I'm a Christian, but I'm using the analogy that, for me, like my personal gospel to other people is be positive and, treat everybody you meet with kindness, because you don't know who needs it and who doesn't. Like, just keep putting it out there. Somebody needs, positivity in their life, and you don't know if God's going to choose that day for that person to be you. Craig said, I walked next door. They're having a birthday party, singing videoke. Do you think videoke? Like, I do videoke, like, karaoke. I don't do it well, but I'll do it. I'll do it with gusto. Gina, that's why I fell, legs gave away. Susie, true, but there is always a polar opposite. Amen, and so it is. Thank you, Ray. You're welcome, Janet. I think I'm still way behind. Gina says, sorry to hear, Mom Janet. Keep you in my thoughts and prayers. Absolutely. James says, my wife makes me happy. She's my best friend. Aww. Gonna make me all emotional. You hear that, Billy? James likes you. You're his best friend. James said amen. Pogi Kalako Mapak. I can't do all the long, the like the Tagalog words that have like multi-syllabic, like the multi-syllable Tagalog words. Those are hard for me. I keep trying and trying until I get them. Like iniisip. Like I couldn't say iniisip to save my life for a long time. It just wasn't natural for a Western tongue. But I'm gonna keep working on like getting all the syllables in there. Janet, it's okay. I got through that open heart. I'm going to handle this. But 10 injections, 5 straight weeks. No, we are driving into bone. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yeah, I'm sorry you're going through that pain, Janet. Frank, am I the only YouTuber that finds Jogo Wonder not wonderful? Like I don't want to, I don't want to bash any other YouTuber because like it's like my view on like YouTube content creators, like there's different personalities, and if the way I feel, like if whatever viewer, like if they are getting entertainment from whoever they're watching, if watching that content makes them happy, I'm happy for him. And so like I wish, you know, Joe like all the success in the world. And I hope that like his viewers are getting entertainment and enjoying the content. Um, I watched him like at first, and I don't watch him as much anymore. I think I'm still subscribed. I don't know. We can talk about that later, Frank. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna talk shit about any other YouTube content creator ever. I made a promise, and I'm not gonna go there. Like that content is just for somebody else and not me, and I'm not gonna like talk bad about something other people enjoy. Frank said, "Shame on me." Jan said, "Gino, plus I got home responsibilities, so I can't be down like that." Frank, who's that? Jogo. Um, he, he's fairly new, Janet. Um, he's got a high energy personality, and um, like you know, a lot of people like connect with you know his personality. Frank said, Dazel TV, hard fought channel, great lives. James Karen Vineyard, great atypical topics, but shaky footage could be improved. Mike of That Philippine Life, the go-to Panay guy. Yeah, and uh, Frank, if you've ever watched my video, I mentioned it earlier. That video saved my life. Like I mentioned uh, Mike. Like I gave shout out to you know shout outs to the content creators that made a difference in my life at that time, and you know were influencers to me to come to the Philippines, and Mike was on that list. Like you know I've been following Mike since he was still married, and you know you make I know Frank has the joke with Fell about butt cam, but you know I can't even remember Mike's ex like they you know I think she was half Filipina, and they lived when they lived in Canada and they were traveling. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into all that. Y'all go back and watch old uh, videos from Mike That Philippines Life, but like he used to do the film, and like she'd be in a bikini and there'd be butt shots. But I've been following Mike, you know, for you know a lot of years, and I got I get to meet him next month, so that's exciting. Uh, I don't know how he's gonna take to me being all fangirl around him. Gino said, "That's good, Mom Janet, that you keep your mind off the treatments. I distracted myself when I was going through my treatment." Yeah, and you know that's all you can do. Let me jump back up to Frank again. Yeah, again, you guys, whoever's watching this, like you need to make sure you're subscribed. Dazzle TV, James and Karen, uh, That Philippines Life, and also Frank and Fell. Um, there's something for everybody in that collection. Like depending on what your mood is that day, you'll find some content from one of those channels that you'll enjoy. I believe. Let's see. Frank said James and me, Texas Filipino beach resort. I'm almost better in person. I'm biased. Who did I miss? Yeah, that's you caught the gamut down there, and you know I might be able to swing down and meet Texas Filipino. Well, Janet says I wake up and I'm getting jiggy with it. Like there's so many good content creators, Frank. Like everybody's doing their thing, and you know, like you just have to find, you know, the personalities that you click with. Like I'm lucky that I pretty much click with everybody because, and not just they click with me, but like I can find good in like pretty much everybody something I like, and that's what I focus on. But for most people, like whatever personality you have, you know, there's a YouTube creator that you're gonna click with, and that, you know, you'll connect with. Because I always say, you know, like one of my biggest relationship advice, whether it's like friendship relationships or romantic relationships, like the number one key is to always be authentically yourself, and you will naturally attract the people that are supposed to be in your life. So, like, I'm not looking for like everybody to like my YouTube content. I just want the people that, you know, connect with me, and, you know, we can have, you know, a productive relationship over YouTube where, you know, I'm bringing some entertainment in their life. They're supporting me. It's a symbiotic relationship, and that's, you know, that's how I like it. I don't want people watching my channel if it's not for them. Like, I want them to find something they do like. Like, that's just how I'm built. So anyway, where was I? I'm way behind. Janet said, Ray and I vibe. That's it. That's all. See, Janet gets it. You just find people you vibe with, and that's all that matters. Frank said, are there any other Panay vloggers? I know Craig has a channel. Like, he just did a video showing like his house renovations, and it's nice. Like, Craig, shout out Craig Hampton. Y'all check out his video of like his latest video with his house tour, and you know, he designed it all, and I'm not like, you know, the whole Moana motif outside, like, that's all Craig. Wouldn't be me. But as far as like his interior decisions and designs are very close to exactly what I would have done in the same situation. He's got a very good design aesthetic, in my opinion. So y'all go check out Craig Hampton's video on his house renovation. Frank said, Jogo is a new guy that keeps growing really fast. I tried to watch it, but it's almost like he is too good, like a humanoid. LOL. Not meant bad, but I just can't see the allure. I kind of get where you're going, Frank, and you know, I believe that you kind of got like that cynical mind, and it's like, you know, is this guy really that friendly and that happy and that positive? And, you know, I get that. And, you know, you could probably be thinking the same thing with me, because I try and, you know, stay positive, but that's a choice. You know, there's that saying that I disagree with, where people say, you know, well, I'm trying to find, I got to go find myself, or all this bullshit is what it is to me. Like, you don't go find yourself. Like, in my opinion is, like, you determine, you have control over your life. So you determine what type of person you want to be, and then start being that person. That's it. Like, you figure out, you know, what traits are important to you as a person, and then that's who you are. And, you know, people can call you fake or fabricated or whatever, but at the end of the day, if you're being nice to people, then you're a nice person, period. Like, there's no acting in that. You are your actions. What you do is who you are. So if you want to be a certain type of person, then do the things that make you that type of person. because your actions determine who you are. Anyway, kind of went off on a tangent, but yeah, maybe Joe is, really that positive and really that friendly. I don't know. Um, I've got, my own reason why, I haven't been watching him recently, and we can talk about that later, Frank. Uh, Frank said I like supporting the smaller channel. Me too, Frank. And not that there's a lot, not that there's a lot of smaller channels than mine, but I've only been doing it for maybe 2 months. So I'm not in a hurry. I do it because I enjoy it. And Frank said, "Go Ray, go." I have no idea what I was doing, but if I was doing it, Frank, I'm probably gonna do it again. Pogie, I ain't ugly and I don't look 70 because I smile and laugh a lot. That's good, Janet. Janet's a foxy fox, aren't you, Janet? From a moderator perspective, each of you as content creators have your own individual style. The diversity brings something to the table, molecular bond to a common goal, intel and information. Yeah, and that's what it's about. Like there's I don't feel that there should be competition between YouTube creators in the Philippines, because there is a lot of hunger for content and information about the Philippines, way enough to go around for people that want to provide information about the Philippines. There's enough of an audience to go around, and and me personally, like I said, I want that lonely, sad person in America to get whatever information that he personally needs in the way that he needs to hear it to make a change and be happy. That doesn't have to be with me. I want it to be with whoever he connects to. Like whatever content creator can give that to him, then that's what I want for that guy. And I know I was that guy. And YouTube, Philippines YouTube content creators didn't have to worry about fighting for my membership views or my subscriber views, because I was watching everything I could, the whole back catalogs of everybody, and like just voracious for YouTube content. So to me, it's not a competition. You just, the goal at the end of the day is like for viewers, for people looking for information that they want, to get it however they need to get it. And I'm happy. Gino called bedroom the good old crash and burn, hate it. Kuyure, Kayan Patayo, Itlog at Kanin. Something about you're gonna eat. Is that what you're saying? Kuyure, let's eat a dinner rice and egg. Yeah. Janet said, today Dennis canceled, no more. James, got to go. Dogs need to be let out and fed. I'm out. Good night. Good morning, all. Go take care of the dogs, James. Love you. Gino said, Mom Jan, I understand about needles. Hopefully they give you time to repair. Yeah, I hope that too, Gino. I kept mental focus from tripping me up. Open heart. Post-op is depressing. Yeah, I can imagine, Janet. Good night, Mom Janet, friends. I'm early to bed. Take care and God bless. God bless you, Gino. Have a good sleep. Ingot. Bogey, flatterer means someone praises people without such true. Yeah, that's what I meant. They like, it's disingenuous. Janet Lavanagino, Craig Hampton. I'm trying to listen to you, but there's videogi here at this birthday party next door. No problem, Craig. I shouted you out earlier. Hopefully, y'all go check out Craig's renovation video. It's pretty cool. And 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 Craig, like, I hope you don't take offense to this at all, but like whenever I see you, like I think of the guy in Men in Black 2, like that's the evil scientist guy with the long robe and everything. Like you just remind me of that guy. But again, like, I don't mean that as offensive. It just like you just remind me of that guy in Men in Black 2. Gino, God bless. I'm on my way to Janet Ray now. This is just shameful. We can get good barbecue in Chicago. We can get good barbecue. What the hell is going on? Are you saying you can get or you can't get? I mean, I miss some good barbecue. Poe, you know Kuya Ray, the first inventor of karaoke was a Filipino. He was Roberto del Rosario in 1975. Okay, that's cool. Ray, I gotta fly there and get you to cook. Okay. Yeah, I wish you could fly over here, Janet. Hello, Ray. Enjoy your live stream. Thanks. Star Magic. Craig, I still here eating fruit salad. I love a good fruit salad. That's the thing I like about the Philippines. Like, you know, you have access to like fresh fruits and vegetables. I mean, you have them in the U.S., but I've stated many times, like it's much cheaper to eat junk in the U.S. than it is to eat healthy. Like in the U.S., you go to the grocery store and you know have to take out a second mortgage to load up on fruits and vegetables. You know, it's cheaper to go to McDonald's and get whatever they got here. But in the Philippines, it's cheaper to buy fruits and vegetables than it is to go to McDonald's. So I like that it's opposite here. Bogey, thank you to the Filipino inventor with vast time singing. Our professional singers here are world class. Absolutely, everybody knows Filipinos. You know, are good at singing because they do it a lot. And you know, if you do something, you're gonna get good at it. Guapos, Zapatos, Familia, La Mesa, Katsura, Tinador. These are Spanish words that adapt for Tagalog words. Yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, looked like my robot dude just freaked out. Probably needs to be charged, so it would be handheld until I can finish this. Janet said, "What's the name of Jogo YouTube channel?" It's just like that, Janet. It's Jogo Wonder, like the word wonder. Like, I wonder why. Wonder. Pogi, I need money for paying my credits. Yeah, I'm not gonna learn that, Pogi. Janet's talking to Frank, saying goodnight to James, talking to Pogi. Pogi, please be mine. Still giving Tagalog lessons. Pogi, and Janet waving hands. Man, too long, Nako, I'm going to sleep. Yeah. I miss Naomi. Janet said, I miss Naomi and the crazy girl who ran her way. Funny. Yeah. My little young stalkers. Busag Nako, I'm full. Sanka Nakatira, where do you live? Craig Hampton, I just go to the garden and pick it. Yeah. have some beautiful cucumbers right now. I love cucumbers. Reason Franz said, hi, good morning. From what flag is that from? Reason, where are you from? Reason? Rising Franz, God name is Yahweh. It means that he becomes whatever is needed in order to fulfill his promises, or that he causes to become whatever he chooses. So literally, he becomes whatever he chooses. Yeah, I believe that. Like, there too many people try and put God in whatever box makes them comfortable. But I'm not gonna go too deep in religion, but you know, um, God is omnipotent. God can do absolutely anything that God wants to do. God always, like the human mind can't comprehend that God always was and always will be. There's no timeline to God. And that is, if you think about it, is incomprehensible to the human mind. So, trying to create an image of God in your human mind that you can comprehend is helpful for you personally, but it doesn't mean that that's the only thing that God is. Um, and I'm not going to go into more, but like I said, I don't discount anybody else's belief in God, um, how they connect with Him. Like, anyway, I'm not going to go into all that. Pogi, yes, man, Janet, that's true. Janet, Ray, Pogi talking in Tagalog and rendering a dialogue. Yeah. Geno's, that's my my Pogi friend from Cebu. Hello, Sir Ray. It's raining here in Cebu City. How are you doing, Uncle Ray? Doing good, nephew. Just doing my thing. Pogi from Subic. Saying hi to Geno's. Janet, rising, amen. Janet, exactly. Tell it, Ray, omnipotent, amen. And we are creation under his plan. To degrade each other is stupid. I agree, Janet. Like, um, people, uh, people that, you know, that claim, that like their view of God is the only one that's right. It's pretty, in my opinion, it's pretty. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Arrogant. Like to think that like whatever you know about God is right, and anything someone else knows about God is wrong, because God can reveal himself to anyone in any way that he chooses. Like, I'm not going to limit God by saying, like, God is only how I interpret God. Like, that's, God, shows himself to me in the way that I can understand and connect with. That may be completely different to another person. So who am I to say, you know, well, no, you can't be, relating to the real God, because that's not the God I know. Like, anyway, like I said, I don't want to go all into that, but I think it's pretty arrogant when people, and that's like all the wars that come up over religion is because, it's not because of God. Like, people want to blame God for wars and all this, but it's because of humans' arrogance that they know better than those people over there who God is, and I'm gonna go over there with a big stick and prove it. Like, that's all bullshit. Anyway, got me on religion. But wait. Let me catch up on comments. Where's my uh, um, let's see. Pogie said your nephew Geno's knows Kuya Ray. Yeah. Gino is my friend and Sabu as well. Just had twins. Oh, congratulations, Geno's. I love that cup, Uncle Ray. Thank you, nephew. Hello, kitty. I got no shame. Janet says, narrow minded, yeah, people can be narrow minded. God imprints in our souls, and his time and decision to judge another is also astute. Yeah, I'm not here to judge anybody. I, I, I was not given that authority, and I'm not going to claim authority that God hasn't given me. Tell it, Ray, preach from that heart and soul. Sure is, because it's all perspective view, not finite. Yeah, like, um, and that's, you know, um, that's just my view. Like, I don't judge anybody else's religion. Like, if they have their own personal relationship with God, if that works for them, if that brings happiness to their life, and if they actually have, a relationship with God, who am I to say is wrong? Like, I don't judge anybody else's relationship with, like, I'm not going to tell someone that, their relationship with their wife is wrong because it's not how I would relate to my wife. That's between them. That's their personal business. And, your faith in God and your relationship to God, what it is to you, is your personal business. Nobody else can tell you, how that relationship's supposed to work. Uh, let's see. Right now, my friend in Cebu just had identical. Oh, okay. Wait, wait. Geno's, it's raining whole day here. God protect us always from flooding and disaster. Absolutely, Geno's. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't think Geno's had. I, I, I was pretty sure Geno's was a single Pogie, out there, breaking women's hearts. So I didn't think he would have been having twins. But Ray, Jeffrey from Isa's channel. I'm not sure if I've interacted with Jeffrey or not. Uh, he's in Cebu, Ray. You would like hanging out. Oh, okay. Yeah, if he hasn't crossed over from Isa's channel to my channel, uh, I mean, I know people on Isa's channel, but mostly because, they interact with me a lot. But I am getting. I shouldn't have lit. I shouldn't have lit this cigarette back up. Uh, Ray, you're the only heartbreaker runner. I hear you. I tried it. I called. I told it was Isa. She had posted some pictures of her daughter. I think her daughter's like 13, and I was telling Isa, I said she's gonna be a heartbreaker, and Isa was like, no, she's not gonna. Like she took it like, um, you know, because she's not used to the American, definition. Like a heartbreaker is a person that's so beautiful that when they decide on who they're gonna have for a partner, then like every other man that they don't choose is heartbroken because it wasn't them. That's my definition of a heartbreaker. uh, Not someone that's going out and you know going from man to man breaking hearts like that, um, if that makes sense. But let me catch up with Janet real quick. uh, he doesn't vlog live, he just does shorts. Okay. Oh, Skinny Gorilla Mike's here. What's up, brother? What's up, Mike? He's coming in when I'm winding down. Janet and everybody else, subscribe to Skinny Gorilla. I think he's. Where are you at? G, you're at. I know that you had made a trip over to like Dumagetti, but you're not. You're not in Dumagetti. Uh, let's see. Geno's, I love to sleep long hours now. It's a bit cold here. Oh, it's cold where you at, Geno's? Like I like it cold. Uh, good to see you. Hi, thanks, Cebu. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're in Cebu. Like my man Geno's, he's in Cebu. Janet said, I just wish people stopped stereotyping each other. Just chase the joys in life, smile, and be thankful. Absolutely. Birthday day today. Happy birthday, Mike. How old are you? This is a very important question, Mike. I hope I hope that you lie about your age on the young side. I'm waiting. How old are you, Mike? 59. That's too many, Mike. That's too many. Because my man Mike, no, I know you're good, but you don't know what's coming, Mike. Because my man Mike, 59. If you watch his videos, my man Mike likes to do push-ups. So, 59. That's a lot, Mike. 1, 2, 3, 9. You sure you're not 30, Mike? All right, we're gonna bust the other 29 out shortly. Oh, I was gonna do 59 for you, Mike, but I had to rest at 30. Where'd my glasses go? Oh, killing me, Mike. Why didn't you say you were 30? I'd be done. Oh my goodness. Well, I know, but got to do it for my boy Mike. Uh, 59 feels good. Yeah, no, you. I know at 59 you're probably in better shape than I am, Mike. I'm proving it right now. Winded. I shouldn't have tried doing push-ups right after smoking a cigarette. Janet. Yeah, Mike got that bald head, beard, thing. 59 and counting God's blessings. Absolutely. Laugh my butt off. LOL. Janet laughed at Ray, you're so crazy. There you go. Let's go. Let's get it, bruh. Whew. I'm going to get the other 29 in for you, Mike. Just give me a minute. Janet laughing at me. Gino, wow, Uncle Ray. Doing push-up the next Hulk Hogan. No, nowhere close. You're the man. Good job. Appreciate you, man. Your glass on bed. Thanks, Craig. I'm handheld here because my robot died on me. I always charge it before the live stream. I don't know why I guess I've been on here for a while. Mike said, thank you. Lauren, call the ambulance. We got one, Ray. I'm on the floor. Crying, laughing. I'm walking around Cebu in March. Total about 280 miles. Need you as a partner. Whew, I don't know if I, like walking, that is my kryptonite, Mike. I walk for about 10 minutes and my whole right leg goes numb. Skinny on subject because of Ray. Absolutely. Like, Mike's a great guy. All right, let's see if I can loosen this up. What I got? How many more I got? 5? All right, let's bust these out. Hold on. Put the glasses on the bed. Craig will remind me. All right, I don't got enough room. Small condo. All right, I got 10 more. I got 10 more, Mike. You killing me, Mike? You sure you're not? Mike? Mike? Sure you're not 49, Mike? Let me lay on the floor. Let me get over here. Okay. Skinny call me Janet. Craig said 29, Ray, your camera following you now. Yeah, see, my camera's not following me because my robot. Get down, Ray, get it right. I got 10 more, Mike. Whew. Mike was complaining that I wasn't keeping up with his count. Dying over. All right, yeah, see my little, I'll show you my little cameraman buddy. Oh, if I can get up. Sleep good tonight. Yeah, see, this is my little robot buddy. I put the phone on right here, and he follows me around. Whew. I'm gonna have to put some water in my Hello Kitty cup. Gotta get that 10. I'm gonna get that 10 before I shut it down. I was getting close to ending the live stream, and then Mike came in, make me have to do push-ups, saying it's his birthday. Like, ew, if he would have just came in, just, hey, what's going on? But no, he had to tell me it was his birthday. Love me some Mike, so got to do something special and relatable to Mike to let him know that he's important to me, and that I want him to have the best possible birthday ever. And I can't do much about it from here, but maybe give him some laughs watching my old ass try and do push-ups for him. So here we go. We got 10 to go. 10 for Mike. Here we go. Oh, man, that already didn't. 7, 8, 9. Get that. Make that last one a long one. Made me put in effort for that one. Killing me, Mike. Whew. All right. Let's go. Take your time. Skinny, I'm a gal pal. Mike, funny. It's nice to meet you. Craig said that's a nice picture of the Golden Gate Bridge behind you. Yeah, like I didn't. But see, I don't mind the pictures that were in this condo when I moved in. There's hold on, because yeah, there's these two pictures, and then there's like this picture in here, and a skyline, and then the only picture in here that I have that's actually mine is this one. It's like a koi fish optical illusion type picture that I like for some reason. But let's see. Mike's still loud. Love back, bro. Thanks, Mike. Do 12 more. 12 more? You gotta wait till your birthday, Janet. When you have birthday, I'll do push-ups for you. Whew. We're dying here, bro. 10, thank you. I think you're going to feel that in the morning. Yeah, Craig, I feel it right now. All tight. I need to start doing push-ups. Like my boobies are too soft. I need Need to firm up my boobies. Mike, sleep good tonight. Oh, I will. All right, breathe out, drink room temperature water. Don't shot Vargas nerves since you smoke. Mike said, nice place. Yeah, I like it. It's comfortable here. It's not, you know, I always say that, you know, I don't need a lot of space. I would rather be outside the majority of the time, so it makes no sense to like spend a whole bunch of money on some place that I don't want to be in the majority of the time. I want like low rent so I can just pay all my bills and take off and go somewhere else for a visit. Looks dimensional fish. Yeah, it's like it kind of comes out from the picture. I think it's cool. Mine September 30th. I got time to work up to that, Janet. And I'm gonna play the mod song for Skinny. All right. And I didn't do a song for you, Mike. I'll have to get one done. But I made individual theme songs for a lot of the people that come into my chat like pretty regularly. So we'll play Mama Janet's song. But when it's like day before yesterday, you know, pretty much everybody that was in my chat, I made a personalized song for them.
Mama Janet, Janet's got a gun. Mama Janet, Janet's got a gun. Trolls better run. Mama Janet, she's a tough old bird. Mama Janet, tough old bird. Watch out when she moderates, the trolls better run, 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 run. Trolls Mama Janet used to be a cop. Mama Janet was a cop. Used to walk the beat in Chicago. Now the trolls better run, 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 run. Trolls run. Mama Janet supports all the creators. Mama Janet supports the creators on YouTube. She's the best moderator.
Yeah, that's Mama Janet's theme. She wasn't really she worked for the police department in Chicago, but she wasn't a beat cop. But I did the best I could getting the song. But she she has ties to blues in Chicago, so I try to make her like a gritty Chicago style blues number about her being a tough moderator, and like she gets it on with them trolls that come in the comments. She don't give them no slack. Yeah, so she's explaining. I was explaining, Janet. But yeah, my battery is starting to get kind of low. I already ran the battery out on my little robot, but before the battery runs out on my phone, then I'm probably close to 3 hours now. Anyway, like I'm gonna jump off of here. Did all them push-ups. I gotta go lay my old ass down now. But I hope you have a super happy birthday, Mike. Love you, brother. Be good. Be good at it. Who dat? I love you all.